Hi, everyone, and welcome into our Weather Impact Alert update here on CBS 19 Plus, our YouTube channel, and also on our Facebook channel. We're going to go over the current setup with this winter storm as it comes in, the latest data coming in tonight in our in-house high-resolution computer model, so I thought I would share that with you. Where is the storm tonight? Well, it's sitting out here in the desert southwest, west of El Paso, southwest of Albuquerque. It's kind of getting itself wound up, if you can see the low pressure area there, just kind of spinning. Snow starting to break out in southwestern parts of New Mexico and into West Texas, into the Panhandle right around El Paso at this time. I am keeping an eye on Facebook for us tonight in case we have any questions that I might be able to answer for you. Otherwise, I would suggest just posting those questions and then I can answer those in just a little bit. But the storm's still a couple of days away. We are seeing high cloud cover stream into East Texas off of the storm. And so all the clouds that you see out there tonight are associated with that storm system. Moisture beginning to increase off the Pacific, also seeing some increase in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to have two moisture sources into this storm. How are the roads? Well, tomorrow, no travel concerns, though I do urge you to check your tire pressure, especially if the car's been sitting outside. Tire pressure can go down because of the cold air, and also fill up the gas tank in case you have to. Certainly don't want to be stuck out on a roadway if you had to travel anywhere and you perhaps slid off a road or something. Wednesday evening, if you're headed to church or basketball practice or something of that nature, no travel concerns Wednesday evening, just a cold and cloudy evening. And we get into Thursday, and it's really Thursday morning, and I'll walk you through the timeline here in just a second. We could see a little bit of freezing rain or freezing drizzle, a little bit of snow, maybe some sleet pellets, and mostly rain over much of the area, but it could make the roadways hazardous, and we'll talk about why here in just a second. One of my concerns is the surface temperature. We've been below freezing at night. I mean, down into the low to mid 20s. It's really chilled the surface a lot. We have a winter storm watch in effect Thursday morning till Friday morning, all the counties in blue. It's essentially along and north of Interstate 20, but it does include Van Zant County. Smith County would be included in that. Gregg County, Harrison County, Marion County, Upshur Wood, Camp County would also be included in that. Then you have Franklin, Titus, and Morris County also included in the winter storm watch. Has not been upgraded to a winter storm warning. That may happen tomorrow. It'll depend on the data that comes in, and this is going to be the National Weather Service's call, not mine in any way. All right, accumulations. One thing I want to stress here, I do have the area in pink could see freezing rain, snow, and sleet. This does not mean you're going to get 3 inches of ice. It means that there could be this combination where there's maybe a little bit of ice and a little bit of snow, and it all adds up to about 3 inches or less. It could be 1 or 2 inches of snowfall around Tyler and Longview, but the big takeaway of this is it's going to be light. Down to the south, there could be just a little bit of maybe light ice or snow down toward Carthage and Palestine, and then it's rain from Center, Crockett, down toward Hemphill. Best chance of snow is going to be closer to Interstate 30, especially around Mineola, Gilmer, and north and west of that. I'm going to show you our high resolution detail on this rain or the snowfall total here. It's probably going to be a little overdone, but it just kind of gives us an idea of what we're talking about. All right, so here's future freezing rain. This just came out. This is our in-house high resolution data, and you're going to see some pockets where there's a 1/4 inch of freezing rain. That looks a little scary. Not really enough to bring down power lines, but it will make the streets particularly slick, and it looks like it could extend all the way down into Center and Carthage. This is a could. I'm going to show you why here in just a second. Why, even though you've been probably hearing a lot about how the storm is trending northward, there's less of a chance of ice. I am concerned again about those street temperatures and how cold it's been at night. Yes, we've had some sunshine during the day, but as we go into this event Thursday morning, remember, we will watch those temperatures again fall back into the upper 20s. And it will be cloudy Thursday, so it's a question of how much can we warm up those surface temperatures. Also, tree limbs, power lines tend to stay colder than the surface. And so if you get any ice on those, it could accumulate and some tree limbs could come down. So we've got to keep an eye on that. All right, future snowfall. I think this is a little overdone. 9 to 11 inches of snowfall from Mount Pleasant to Sulphur Springs. I mean, it's not out of the question. I think it's more in the realm of about, like I had on my map there, 2 to 6, maybe 7 inches of snow. A 1/2 inch to 1 inch around Tyler, Longview maybe 1/2 inch or less, and Jefferson about 1 inch, and there could be some snow flurries elsewhere across the area. All right, having said that, and that again Most of that is likely going to fall Thursday night or Friday morning between, say, 5 a.m. and about 9 a.m. Friday. It's going to be a short sort of burst of snow on the back end of this storm system here. Let me just double check on the Facebook feed and see if there's anybody with any questions. We're, again, on our Facebook page. We're on our YouTube channel, and we're at CBS19 Plus streaming this update here. All right, so there you go. Snowfall amounts perhaps a little overdone. I think the point here is that most of the snow is going to be up to the north into the northwest of Tyler and Longview. Weather or winter storm severity index came out tonight, and it has shifted to the north. These are areas that could see major impacts. When we talk about major impacts, we're talking about slick roads, maybe a couple of power outages. This is the area where we would have the best chance to see a combination of snow and ice. It has shifted to the north as the trending computer data has shifted to the north. Still has some limited impacts over deep East Texas. Still has some minor impacts at Longview, Tyler, over toward Palestine, and at Athens. But let me show you what is likely for this storm. Rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain. We're probably going to get a combination of all of that. Rain over deep East Texas, snow, sleet, freezing rain over the rest of East Texas. Sometimes it might be a little burst of some heavier freezing rain and or sleet or snow, and then it changes all back over to rain or something of that nature. That starts Thursday morning. It continues until Friday midday. That's likely. What's possible is heavy snow, as I showed you, north of Interstate 30, and some ice and snow accumulations near and south of Interstate 20. Why Smith County and Gregg County are included in the winter storm watch. What's not likely is widespread heavy snow in deep East Texas and a repeat of the 2021 winter storm. We're not going to have days of sub-freezing temperatures and 9 or 10 inches of snow out of this across much of East Texas. But when we break down the most likely time frames to see, for instance, freezing rain or snow, Thursday afternoon, there is a low-end chance to see some freezing rain mixing with the rain. It's later in the night. I'll explain why in just a minute. Why we could see some freezing rain and then eventually changing to snow Friday morning. So black ice would also sort of correspond with that. The best chance to see any black ice developing would be late Thursday night, Friday morning. As temperatures drop below freezing in this time frame, anything wet would refreeze on the roadways. So that is kind of a little danger there to think about. We have light easterly winds. That's good when it comes to power outages, but light easterly winds, so not much wind chill Thursday. Not much wind chill until we get to Friday morning when the wind picks up a little bit. And that would also correspond when we would probably have the greatest risk of power outages Friday morning, should we get any type of accumulating ice on tree limbs or power lines or something of that nature, and then the wind would pick up. If anything breaks, it could take down a power line. So, and as it gets colder, that might be a possibility, again, Friday morning, but it's a lower end risk right now for that to happen. All right, future skycast. We'll start this Wednesday afternoon, 3 o'clock. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Sunshine, so again, the surface is trying to warm up, but remember, we're starting the day around 27, so how much can the concrete warm up? And how much can the tree limbs and the power lines warm up? All right, so watch what happens Thursday morning. 7 o'clock, this is snow over DFW. This is a mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Temperatures are right around the freezing mark or barely above freezing at 7 a.m. We go into the afternoon at 2 o'clock, and we haven't warmed up a whole lot. We're sitting right there at about 31 or 32 degrees, especially down toward Jacksonville. 34 at Crockett, Groveton, Lufkin. So it's above freezing there, so all that should be rain. Here in the pink area, it could be freezing rain, sleet, and snow all mixed. It's likely going to be snow all along Interstate 30 and north of Interstate 20. All right, we go into the evening hours now. Look what happens. The rain picks up at about 11:30, and the air temperature drops to 32, which could easily, if the surface temperature hasn't warmed back up, if the surface temperature drops to 31-ish, 30, 31-ish, we'd start to see some ice accumulating. Look at Jacksonville, 31. That would be one of those places. If this computer data is absolutely 100% correct, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility. But why is it all rain and not changing to snow? Let me show you what's going on here. It starts out as snow at 10,000 feet, and then it falls into a layer where the air aloft at about 5,000 feet could be as warm as 45 degrees. So all those snowflakes would melt into rain, and then they start to fall back through a colder layer, trying to change back into sleet. Remember, I showed you those surface temperatures close to freezing. So anything that reaches the ground as a raindrop would then freeze on contact. So freezing rain is when rain reaches the ground and freezes on contact. If it freezes before it gets to the ground and falls as an ice pellet, it is sleet. Unfortunately, the only place where the atmospheric profile stays at 32 degrees or colder the whole way through the column of air is up closer to Interstate 30, and that's where we have most of the snow forecast. Again, that's Thursday night, 11:30. That's why we have that elevated risk for some black ice or freezing rain developing. Friday morning, it's gone, and Friday afternoon, we have some peaks of sunshine. So the good news is that most of anything, if we got any ice or snow, it likely melts pretty quickly. I just don't know if it's going to be enough for a whole lot of sledding to go on unless you're going pretty far to the north. So weather impact alert all day, Thursday, Friday, hazardous travel, and a need to really stay home. Have your devices charged so that you can stay up to date on the forecast. You can keep checking back with CBS 19, make contact with friends and relatives, check on them. So you want your devices charged in case power were to go out also. That's a good idea. All right, so what you need to also do if you have a chance tomorrow is get some supplies for home and car just in case you were to lose power. Check your smoke detector, your carbon monoxide sensor, just to make sure that that is working. Fuel for your heating sources. So if you have a propane tank or you have maybe a wood burning pellet stove or something like that, something to make sure that you're going to be able to stay warm. You're bringing your pets indoors, and make sure you have ways to get warning. That's why I said check and charge those devices. They're ready to go. There could be winter storm warnings or some sort of ice-related warning or something coming out of that. And make sure that you know where a warming center is in case you did lose power and you had to go somewhere to stay warm. So our rain and snow chances here for Thursday, 100% chance that we have rain and snow. Friday, it's a 70% chance, but it's really early in the day. And then we dry out Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So that is looking good. We'll have a well-deserved break coming in our direction. All right, tonight, a snappy cold night. North winds 5 to 10. We'll see temperatures drop to about 27 degrees with a light north wind at 6 miles an hour. Here's your Bill of Scott White, Texas Spine and Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. So to recap, you got a day to plan tomorrow. We'll hope for the best with our weather impact alert for Thursday, Friday. Again, some of the data is trying to make it more rain than snow, but my concern is just how cold those surface temperatures are. Yes, some of the warmer air aloft could bring some of that warmer air down to the surface and help to melt anything on a roadway, but not sure about tree branches and power lines. That's my biggest concern out of all this, and just how cold some of those surfaces appear even in our forecast in that our high-resolution future skycast that I showed you. We were hovering right around 31 or 32 degrees. So 100% chance for the precipitation Thursday, 70% chance for it to end as some morning snow showers on Friday. Back to sunshine Saturday, but look how cold it is, 25. We could have some flash refreezing late Friday night, Saturday morning, but we're above freezing Sunday morning, 33 degrees, 54 Sunday, so everything should be melted by Sunday for sure. And then Monday up to 54, Tuesday up to 54, Wednesday 55, and temperatures near 60 by Thursday. Next chance of rain rounds out that 10-day forecast right around 55 degrees. Again, if you had any comments or questions, leave those on our Facebook page. Otherwise, if you liked this video, you can subscribe to the channel, the CBS 19 channel. You can also share this video with any friends that you might want to have them see the video. And you can comment on this on the YouTube channel too. And also come back to our CBS 19 Plus channel. We'll have more updates. Of course, we'll have another one on CBS 19 News at 10 o'clock. And then we'll have another stream coming up tomorrow morning with Sarah Blue. And then I'll have another one tomorrow afternoon and another update tomorrow night. But we appreciate you taking your time out on this Tuesday, cold Tuesday night across East Texas to get the latest on our winter storm watch in effect Thursday morning into Friday morning in East Texas. Again, possibility to see anything from some rain, freezing rain, sleet and snow, some accumulations near and north of Interstate 20. The heaviest would be closer to Interstate 30, with deep East Texas likely getting all rain. All right, hope to see you tonight on CBS 19 News at 10. Have a great evening, everyone.